All right, this is Jeff Zimmerman with FightNews.com. I'm with Robert the Ghost Guerrero, legendary fighter, been in the game for so many years, and fighting on a big show in a week and a half, the now Pacquiao versus Ugas fight on FOX Sports PBC Pay-Per-View. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing great. Excited, ready to go.
Yeah, so how's camp going? You've always been known to have really good camps with your dad by your side. Is he still in your corner?
Oh, camp's been going great. Yes, he's in my corner, and he's more excited than ever, driving me and grinding me. So, I'm excited about, the way everything's been going. My father's spirits are good. Everybody's having a good time here in camp, and we're preparing very well. So I'm excited about it.
When you first heard the news, a lot of fights have been falling out, so I guess that news isn't so big. But this close to the fight, that Spence suffered an eye injury, a torn retina. What was your first reaction?
Hopefully he's okay. It's unfortunate, that type of injury. Hopefully he gets it taken care of quick and recovers from it. But that was the main concern was, hey, hopefully he's okay. We were kind of like a little, oh man, what's going to go on? We still going to fight or what's happening? And then, you get word that Ugas got moved into the spot, and, it sounds great. The nice thing about it is, Pacquiao's a big seller no matter what, who's on the other end of the ring of him. So, that's one good thing.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought they may just pull the whole card because that's what they've been doing when one guy in the main event especially. But with Pacquiao, I guess, is the lead, you felt like that was enough to keep the card in place.
Yeah. I mean, with Pacquiao, he's such a big name. He's going to sell no matter what, especially having his whole country behind him. All the Filipino community in the United States are behind him, and also to just people in general that just love Manny. So, he's just a great guy, and people love to see him fight because all his fights are always action-packed.
Now, you were once in the limelight where Spence, Pacquiao are today. Pacquiao obviously has been there for a long time, and now you're an undercard fighter, former world champion, multi-division, fighting another world champion. How is that different? You used to lead these pay-per-views with Mayweather and other guys. How is that different for your approach?
It's not so much different. It just takes a little bit of the pressure off of you of being the headliner, and you're able to prepare a little better because your mind ain't everywhere with all the media stuff and the tours and everything you got to do. There's a lot that goes into being a headliner on a pay-per-view card. So. This is part of the road on the way back to being that headliner. So, we got to take care of business on the 21st, and God willing, everything goes great. We'll be in there either with Pacquiao or Ugas. So, it's making that run and making it happen.
And you mentioned Pacquiao being an action-packed fighter. I think that was one of your strong suits, and that's why I think you're still around. People just love to see you fight. What is it about the Bay Area, Stockton, Gilroy, that brings out fighters like you and the Diaz brothers?
We just love to fight. We love the sport. We love to get in there and mix it up, and it's all heart. It's all heart. You come out and make it happen, and you feel good, the fans feel good, and you take care of business.
Now, you say you love to fight. You've been in there with some of the best fighters of all time, and we'll say Floyd Mayweather, the self-proclaimed TBE, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. These guys are now becoming, older fighters, believe it or not, and you're still in the ring. What keeps you motivated?
Just the love of the sport. We just love to fight. Love to be in there. I feel I still got a little bit left, and I want to give the rest of that to boxing and take care of business. So I want to make that last run for that world championship at 147 pounds. So I'm feeling great. My body feels great. Feel in shape. I mean, everything's flowing. I feel this little layoff we had. It really revived me, and it's time to go.
Now you're fighting a guy in Victor Ortiz, who was also at the top of the boxing world at one point, welterweight champion. You both fought Floyd Mayweather. How did that fight come about with Victor?
You know, it's been in the talks for a while. You know, a lot of people have been wanting to see this fight for. As soon as I got at 47 pounds, you know, I wanted to, you know, I've always wanted to get in the ring with Victor Ortiz, you know, him being one of the top guys in the division also. And, you know, here it is now.
And have you been told if you get by Ortiz on the 21st that you'll have a fight with the winner of Pacquiao Ugas?
You know, we put on a spectacular show. You come out victorious. You know, all outlets are leading towards world championship fights. So, you know, anything can happen. You know, the one great thing about being with Al Heyman is, you know, he can make those fights.
We mentioned Mayweather earlier, went undefeated. You fought him, had a tough fight. And what was it like sharing the ring with Floyd, and how special was he?
Yeah, very special, you know. He's an incredible fighter. His reaction time, you know, just everything he does in the ring. I mean, it's kind of frustrating what he does. And like he says, you know, everybody has a game plan, you know, leading up to the fight. But as soon as they get in the ring with him, you know, everything changes because he's able to make those adjustments. He's able to hit different angles. He's able to frustrate you in the ring. He just does so much different things in the ring where, from the outside appearance, you don't really notice it, but when you're in front of him, you do. So, you know, he's an incredible individual and an incredible fighter, and man, he's just the experience was incredible.
Was he the best fighter you ever fought?
I have to say so. You know, he's the best fighter I've been in with, and you know, not I wouldn't say toughest fighter I've been in with, but skill-wise, yes.
And the TBE. How amazed, you know, you've been fighting, I mentioned, for about 20 years now, and Pacquiao, I think, has got you beat by about 5 years. I mean, how amazed are you that Pacquiao has been at this elite level for as long as he has?
I say it like this, you know, especially being from Northern California, you know, wine country. He's like a fine wine, you know, the older he gets, the better it is. And, you know, just with his experience, everything. And I mean, you look at Manny in his workouts, it looks like he hasn't slowed down a bit. So, you know, he just looks incredible. And man, I couldn't be happier for him.
And to be on his undercard, have you ever been on a Manny undercard? I don't think so.
No, this is the first time. And, you know, this is the first time I'll be there. It's going to be truly an honor because, you know, he is one of the living legends right now in boxing. And, you know, to be on that undercard with him and showcase it, it's going to be awesome. And, you know, God willing, everything goes great. You know, I'll be in the main event with him.
How did you see the fight with prior to the eye injury for Spence? How did you see that fight going?
You know what? I really think that, you know, he is spectacular. He's fast, his footwork. People are very surprised how quick he is in and out, his hand speed, everything, you know, and his punching power. So, you know, he hits a lot of different angles. He punches in different angles, throws punches different spots. You know, he mixes it up and down at the same time, where it gives a lot of people problems. And that's one of the things is when somebody gets in front of Manny Pacquiao, you know, they've never really seen anything like that. You know, he's like a little Tasmanian devil, just wrecking through everything. So, you know, I think he was going to do real good. And, you know, I really feel that it was going to come down to if Spence was going to keep him at bay with the jab and keep him on the outside, because the moment Pacquiao gets on the inside is where he's really dangerous.
And we'll wrap it up here in a second, Robert. Once again, Jeff Zimmerman, FightNews.com. Big fight coming up in about a week and a half in Vegas on the Manny Pacquiao undercard. I can see the excitement in your face. What should we expect? I think we all know what to expect, but what should we expect when you and Ortiz get in the ring?
Just be prepared for a great fight, you know, a great war. You know, Victor Ortiz comes to fight. I take nothing away from him. I know he's always in great shape. He's just an athletic person who stays in shape all the time, and he comes to fight. So I think it's going to be an incredible fight between myself and him, and we're going to put a show on, and God willing, everything goes great for me, and I pull out the victory.
And any last things do you want to shout out to your fans, sponsors, anybody out there? You got 20 years of boxing under your belt. It may take a while.
Yeah, just keep on watching, man. Tune into the pay-per-view. It's a great card, and even though Spence fell out, Pacquiao Ugas is going to be a great fight also, and we're going to see what Ugas is made of, to make those adjustments in 10 days, and it's going to show what kind of fighter he is. So hopefully he shows up good and puts on a great performance with Pacquiao, and then me and Victor Ortiz are ready to go. So I'm excited about it, and it's been one of those fights that's been just brewing up for a long time, and it's finally here. A lot of people have been wanting to see it, and it's here.
Awesome. Well, you heard it here first from Robert the Ghost Guerrero, a multi-time world champion, taking on another former champion in Victor Ortiz on the big Pacquiao Ugas undercard on FOX Sports PBC Pay-Per-View, Saturday, August 21st. Like you said, Robert and Victor are going to be in a hell of a fight. Don't miss it, and best of luck, Robert. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate everything. You have